Sound test, audio test, testing 1, 2, 3, mic check 1, 2, 3. All right, I think it sounds pretty good. Game volume looks nice. Voice volume looks nice. I think it's showtime. How's it going, everyone? I'm your host, Get Good Fox, and this is Generation Zero. I guess today, or maybe yesterday, was update day for the game, so I believe this is their final patch that they're doing. Some type of big deal. Like it's past me since I haven't done any of the DLC, so I don't know. I haven't even beat the game yet, so I don't know. But apparently that's the news. What's going on down in Chatville? Macronox is first. That's not terribly surprising. He's typically here first. He says, "Good day, Fox. Hope you are doing well." Welcome to the show, Macronox. Hope you're doing well as well. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep because I had to wake up early today. But, yeah, it doesn't matter. We're going to get stuff done anyways. So, from what I'm told, this is a endgame type of area. So, hopefully we're able to, make some decent progress into this. We are going to try to clear the rest of this region out. That's my goal. So, we're going to try to avoid the big fights if we can. We'll fight what we need to, but we really want to make progress on the story. That's going to be my objective. So, let's go ahead and get started, because I am a little behind schedule because there were a few things I needed to clean up before we got started. I did clean up my inventory, though, and I built a lot of ammo. So we are back to using the automatic Gava 4, which is the full-sized assault rifle, instead of the automatic Gava 5, which is a carbine. Lycan Metal is playing Tomb Raider until he tilts. I don't know how hard that game is, so I don't know how long he will survive. I've never been a Tomb Raider player. I don't think I've played a single Tomb Raider game before. Nothing against the series or anything, but, I just don't think I've just never played it before. Okay, I don't know where my dog went. Ever since, you know that time when it disconnected me last stream? The dog has been missing since then. Oh, didn't I? No, we did this. Okay, so the first thing on our list is we do have a safe house over here. So I'm going to move on over to this safe house. That's going to be the first objective. And then we're going to push farther to the north, where I think we have a sub-quest and then a main quest. And apparently this is like the end game area, so, expecting something interesting. Expecting the robots to put up more of a fight. We are encountering a lot more of the Russian-made. We're encountering more of the Russian-made robots here. And not always necessarily in combat with the standard robots. Somebody spotted us. I don't know if that matters, though. With the exception of the flying one, they're not very fast. They're much easier to get away from. Moist Daddy and Damaku, welcome to the show. We've just gotten started. Moist Daddy says he's played most of the Tomb Raider games. Yeah, you know what it is? I was never a PlayStation guy. I think that's what it is. The Tomb Raider was the PlayStation game, and I was never. Oh, God. I don't see a very safe way down from here, unfortunately. Let's continue on. Maybe we'll find some place that doesn't look like I will break every bone in my body. Okay, so yeah, the safe house is definitely down there. Yeah, I was never a PlayStation guy, though, It was, I had a PlayStation, but I was just never into it. And it's always been that way, too. I've always had a PlayStation here and there. I have a PS2. I have a PS3. That was the last time I got a PlayStation. I never got a PS4, and I don't intend to get a PS5. But as a result, like, I never had any attachment to the PlayStation games, except for maybe 2. I did like Final Fantasy, but that became a multi-platform game. And then I did like Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear in general, but that also wound up becoming a multi-platform game. Okay, this is the safe house. Pretty basic one. You know, it's just going to be a good teleportation point in the event I need something. I think that's really all it's going to serve. Looks like there's another one. Let's go ahead and just grab that one real fast. We might as well. What, if any of you guys were console players, what was your console of choice? I was an Xbox guy for a long time. Not anymore, though. I actually don't really like any of the consoles anymore. Like, I'm basically exclusively, not exclusively, but I am predominantly a PC guy now. I still have my consoles. When people come over, I will break them out. But aside from that, yeah, I'm not a console guy. I'm actually become more of a phone guy, though. I used to really look down on phone games, but now the phone is actually a major source of gaming for me now. Especially because I like to go out on walks to burn calories, like go out for about 8,000 steps on a walk. The perfect thing to make walking for 8,000 steps a bit less boring. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Let's see what we're dealing with. I forgot this gun kicks a lot more. So we either have to fire it in bursts, or I gotta get a little closer. He set me on fire. Got him. So yeah, these are the Russian bots. To me, they're a little more fragile. I think they prioritize a bit more on the firepower side rather than the defense. Also, I brought the HP5 out. We've got ammo for that now. And we've got a beautiful new 4-crown scope for it. Look how clear it is compared to the other scuffed, beat-up-ass one. Okay, we're almost there. A beacon was destroyed? I just get free EXP right there. Macronox says he had an Xbox, but now he mostly plays on the PC. Moist Daddy says he had a PlayStation, but later on switched to the Xbox. I think what turned me away from the Xbox was when, like, their exclusives started going down the tubes. Like, I was a really big Halo fan. I really liked Halo, but once Halo started going down the tubes, I was like, I need to find other things that I enjoy, I suppose. Looking to see if I picked up anything I want to drop off. I don't think so, though. We only took out a few enemies, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so... Oh, there's another one. Okay, let's grab this other one right over here. So, since we're unlocking all these, like, quick traveling points, we can just go back. Once I reveal these, I can just go back. We don't have to walk all the way to the objective, so I don't have a problem with that. While these guys are, like, having a conversation with each other, I'm just going to go over here and grab some of this loot. I'm sure they won't mind. Meme Connoisseur, welcome to the show. For those who don't know, Meme Connoisseur actually bought this game for me, so I am giving the game a try on his request. I will play any game that people will buy for me. That said, many of these games are rather lengthy, so, I will eventually get to them. Like, I have not forgotten them, though. I believe Macronox's game is actually next on the list. Or I might do a short intermission. If I do something in between, it'll be a shorter game that's like that serves as an intermission. Oh, what's this? Is this a good one? It is a good one. I'm gonna hide inside here real quick. We got an upgrade, boys. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Assigned to 6. There we go. That's an upgrade. All right, we got to go to the next. We don't have to do it, but we're going to do it. What level are we? That's a good question. 25. They're too busy fighting each other to notice me, so it's all good. Does PlayStation have the better games? You know, for me, that's a difficult question because on one hand, they probably do. The problem is that I just don't want to play. I'm just not interested in their games. That's like the big thing about me is why was I never a PlayStation guy? It's not that I'm aware of the quality of their games are pretty decent. The problem is they're just not the right games for me. I've just, like, when people are, like, wilding out about, like, God of War, I just don't care about God of War. When people are, like, going wild over, like, The Last of Us, I just don't care about The Last of Us. So, like, that's why I've never been a PlayStation guy. Damaku subs to T1. He's been sub for 25 months. That's over 2 years. Thank you for being such a long member of the Fox Republic, Damaku. Damaku says he's always played on PC. I mean, that's the way to go. Like, if you can afford a PC, that is the way to go. And now that I have my, like, this is my PC that I use both for work and for gameplay, so, I might as well get a bunch of use out of it. Like, this place is kind of cool. It's like some kind of a ship. It's got a lot of cargo in it, so I'm guessing it's not really a warship so much as a transportation ship. Oh, man, if only all of these were lootable. Only some of them are. Still, it's better than nothing. Lots of rockets. I'm actually doing okay on rockets. Like, rockets are not the issue. Oh, we got a new gun. Not a bad quality gun, but not as good as what we've got. So where is the... Okay, it looks like the safe house is further on. So this was just a place, just a point of interest. Moving on. Like Metal says, same here. I just don't like the PlayStation games. Like Spider-Man and God of War were the only PlayStation games I even thought about playing. Everything else was kind of like, meh. Stick to Pokemon and Xbox. That's one of the only first-party corporate games. I mean, like, Nintendo probably has the largest quantity of, the first-party corporate games, like, like the games that they personally make that I like. The problem is that, like, I don't know, I just kind of feel like I outgrew Nintendo where, the games were fine, but as you get older, you kind of wish the games got a bit more mature, but Nintendo never does that. I think that's part of the reason why Pal World became so popular. People were like, oh, it's Pokemon, but you can kill them, and you have guns. You can, like, waste people with, like a machine gun. Is this the... Okay, so this lighthouse is the safe house. That's interesting. The collectible. All right, and since we are at a safe house, I can dump off all this extra stuff so that we aren't weighed down. If you're wondering where Comrade Turbo Fox is, I don't know. When we got disconnected from the internet that one time, he disappeared. These are a bunch of collectibles. Very strange. A gun. A pretty mid-quality pump-action shotgun. Not exactly lighting me on fire, but into the thing it goes. Like a Metal says he has 600 hours in Pal World. That is pretty good. He should be in my inventory. I will check again. Maybe I didn't look hard enough. But first, let's dump some of this stuff out. We're not using you. We're not using you. We're not using you. The rest of you get to stay. You get to stay. Some of these ammos don't need to stay. You can go. Some of this junk can go. You can go. You can go. You can go. That can go. Accessories that we're not using. That can go. Some of these are decent quality, too. Okay, I'm guessing that it might be in the cog section. Maybe I just didn't look closely enough. Let me just look at all. Look at all inventory. There's no way I can miss him if he's in all inventory. Unless I just go too fast. Okay, I don't see him there. Let me check my personal inventory. Let's go to all inventory. Yeah, I just don't see him. I don't know where he is. Like, I thought, you know, maybe I didn't look hard enough, but he's just, like, gone. And it beats me. All right, so there's one over there. That one's too far away. Oh, the landing zone Boris. Oh, so they did do some things to the game on the update. They've updated the appearances, which is interesting. Maybe I could just build a new one. I didn't think of that. What if I just try to build let me try to build a new one. Let's try to build a new one. Maybe that's what I need to do. I don't know if you can build a new one. All right, this is where you mess around with your companions. Maybe if I change his weapons. Maybe if I... What if I build him some armor? What if I build him some armor? I'll make a crazy armor kit for him. I can access his inventory, apparently. That's good, so now I don't have to worry about losing his stuff. Here, I'll give him some armor. Well, at least we got his inventory back. I don't know. He's gone. He is gonzos. In other news, by grabbing his equipment, we are now extremely heavy, so I need to reduce my weight. Actually, I don't even know if I brought the shotgun with me. Yeah, I think I did bring the shotgun with me. Let me shed some of this ammo, because that is a lot. Oh, that's so much. So many warheads. Let's bring it like, I don't know, like 40 warheads with us. There we go. That reduces our weight pretty drastically. Those missiles start to weigh you down a lot. Oh, wait. There he is. He just reappeared. He reappeared. For no reason at all. He's back. Why can't I deploy him? Can I assign him to a slot? What if I assign him to 7? There we go. Success! Winner. I don't know how I did it, But it worked. It doesn't matter how I did it. All that matters is that I did do it. Okay, it's time for my slave to, you know, return to his usual job of carrying a large quantity of heavy objects that I don't really care about carrying myself, which means all of my rockets... Where did he go? Here. You are going to carry all of the rockets. I'll carry more of them. How about carry a little more of them? Yeah, carry half of them. Yeah, carry like, oh, that's all you can. Okay, that's fine. Are you good? Okay, so we did that. So as I said, now that the new update is live, they did add some things. Like they changed the art on these boss enemies that are growing over time. I wonder if they have different icons. Yeah, I wonder if the icons relate to kind of like give you an idea of what kind of enemy they are at a glance. I'm not sure though. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go to here because we got a side quest here and then we've got a main quest over there. So let's go. Let's do it. Yes, Pokemon with guns. Like, you can kill people in that game. You can enslave people and make them work as slaves. You can like become a chattel slavery enjoyer in Pal World. You can capture humans with your Pokeballs and like make them work. Like we can go back to kind of like Babylonian times and shit. You can do a lot of weird stuff in that game. I keep thinking about buying it. It goes on sale for like 25%, but I've never pulled the trigger on it. Like I might still, I'll probably do it sometime. All right, so we got ourselves a side quest here. Let's actually mark it. Emergency supplies log. Turn it off and on just to make sure we're on it. And now I can remove my waypoint because we obviously know where we're going. Uh-oh. Okay, we're in combat. So this gun has a lot more kick, and I'm not as used to it compared to when I was using the carbine. Oh, he's shooting back. So it's going to take a moment to get used to the automatic gab of 4 again. We do want to try out our new submachine gun as well. It's nice having Comrade Turbo Fox back. That's going to help. Speaking of Pal World, I don't know if you heard the news, if you listened to the previous stream. Apparently, Nintendo threatened a lawsuit against Pal World, and I don't think they actually went to court, but Pal World basically just made the changes to the game that, that Nintendo wanted them to make. So I guess Nintendo won that lawsuit. I think that's probably what they were planning on. I don't think they actually wanted to fight it out in court. Admittedly, I don't really know how it's going to help Nintendo very much. We can't go in there because it's locked. Well, they've won because they did force Pal World to back off of one of their game mechanics. It seems like Pal World did not contest the subject whatsoever. Now, I don't know what this is going to mean ultimately, But right now, it seems like Pal World is definitely not interested in fighting it out with Nintendo. So I would definitely consider that a Nintendo victory. It is said that Nintendo has never lost a litigation that they have engaged. They have lost litigations that have been engaged against them, but they've never lost a litigation that they began, historically. It sounds to me if they're going to bring the mechanic back, they will need to do it in a legally distinct way. Because that's why they changed it in the first place. Like, they are conceding that to Nintendo. Now, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what Nintendo hopes to accomplish with this, because I don't think that throwing the Pokeball out to summon the pals is essential to the gameplay. But perhaps they're just trying to set the precedent, you know, like, kind of like get the courts used to, like, siding with them on these kinds of things. Like, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, you agreed with us before, so what's the big deal? Oh, it's the Capist. Oh, there's a lot of guns here, actually. That's a decent quality one. A 4? We don't have one that's good. What else do we get in here? The Ausgedutere and the Stjokuvist. I don't know. I don't know what to say about those. We're gonna fast travel though and head to the bridge after this. The subject is like bizarrely divided where Japan is very in favor of Nintendo. Like, the Japanese opinion on Twitter is very much pro Nintendo, while the Western opinion is obviously very it's a little mixed, but I would say it still favors Pal World. There's definitely a difference in culture there at work. Where is the storage box? So we're not using this. We're not using that. I might switch it up because I do like the Capist, so like I may use that in the future. But right now, I think we're okay. I don't need this type of ammo. I'll put a few of these buckshot shells back. In fact, you know what? I'm not even gonna use, I don't think I even need the shotgun. Oh yeah, I'm not even using the shotgun. Okay, yeah. So like that saves some weight. I'm not even using the shotgun. These are heavy, so we want to get rid of those. Just random items that weigh us down. Right now, we can't rely on Comrade TurboFox to help us out either, because he's already carrying, like, a massive quantity of rockets. Okay, so we're going to go over here to this main objective now. It's called the bridge. To the point, I suppose. Ring-a-ding-4 says, hello, Mr. Fox. Welcome to the show. We are still just getting started. Oh, let's kill this thing. I mean, why not? Let's kill it. Got one of its main weapon systems. There we go, we broke its armor off. I mean, this thing is, might not have any weapons to use against us. Here come the reinforcements. Oh, it's firing out some kind of EMP discharge or something. There's its Gatling gun. We got it. It's dead. It's dead. Yeah, my feeling about Nintendo is like, I mean, they make great quality games. I won't deny that the quality of their games are good, but like, you know, oh, You want to calm down? You want to calm down? You're dead. It's up. You want to calm down? Okay, here we go. Let me loot my stuff. We got the Flak Moped Purple. I see. I'm guessing that's the little moped with a cart. I have no idea, though. Moving on, though. Yeah, like, the problem with Nintendo for me is that they do make good games. There's no doubt about that. Like, they're fun to play. They're great quality. They're feature complete. But they always feel like they're just in stasis for me. Like, they just feel like they never change. I mean, not literally. Like, obviously, they add new game mechanics or whatnot. But I just feel like I wind up outgrowing them. Like, they have very few games that can even really be geared towards adults at all. Like, they don't do M for mature in the slightest. And like the best you're gonna get from Nintendo is like T for teen. And now some of their games that are T for teen are still decent. Like Metroid is not bad, Fire Emblem is not bad, but you know, they just have their limits. And like I said, I think that's where Pal World came from. I think Pal World was born from people who were Pokemon fans who kind of were like, you know, I feel like I'm kind of aging out of Pokemon. I want like a more dark, more badass, like more mature Pokemon world. There is no reason that Metroid could not be rated M for mature. Metroid was, from its inception, rooted in horror. It was supposed to be kind of like a little bit leaning into kind of like the Aliens kind of like horror series. Like that absolutely could have been their M for mature game. Same with Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem could be their M for mature game, but you know, no, it's just not their thing. We got trouble up ahead. It was walking with legs, so it's not the Russian bots. Let's get in there into close combat while they're not paying attention. Attack! That was a miss. Thank you, comrade. Most helpful. I should have left you in the unknown area. I never should have brought you back. I'm definitely hoping that Nintendo does not win their litigation against Pal World. That said, I will say that the latest event with Pal World backing off on things, I definitely will say that it looks like Nintendo has the advantage. Oh, magazine. That gives you EXP in... So, like, I'm not dooming over it, but I am pessimistic about the situation now. Because if Nintendo succeeds, I think that's going to set a really bad precedent in the gaming industry, where, you know, everyone thought that capitalism was all about, well, it's the market of free ideas, you know, the best product will rise to the top. It's really going to be about, like, antitrust. It's really going to be all about, shutting your competition out through lawfare. What do we do here? Locate the killed Army AT squad. Okay. Oh, what are you doing here? We got him. Wow, surprisingly. I didn't think I'd get him in a single magazine, but I'll take it. Need to patch myself up. Okay. Because this is what's going to happen. What's going to happen is everyone is just going to rush to be like, whoa, so you can just patent the game mechanics? Well, you know, I guess we're just going to, like, buy up all the companies. because we don't have any talent ourselves, and now we're just gonna, patent all the game mechanics, and take you to court. You can't use any of these game mechanics. Like, oh, you have a weapon that you need to reload. Oh, well, Call of Duty patented reloading your weapons. Let's see. Well, what you're saying there, Macronox, is that they're afraid of Nintendo, and that they are getting into a defensive posture because they are afraid of Nintendo. Like, that's what that translates to. What is this stuff? And, like, that is not good. Oh, here's the AT company. Like, suffice to say that it doesn't look good. It doesn't. It could be better. Oh, that's some pretty good loot there. Oh, there it is. We have the highest quality one now. Oh, it's even a different color. And I've been listening to legal people discussing the matter, and there seems to be no one who doesn't think that Nintendo doesn't have an argument. Like, they basically all of the legal people are saying that, all of the legal YouTubers, like the copyright guys who create content, they're basically all saying that there is historical evidence of patenting something in the past and then using it in modern times for copyright infringement. Because, like, everyone thought that, like, how could this be? Like, how could Nintendo have a case here? Apparently, they do have a case. Let's get this one over here. We haven't done that. Fast travel. You hear something that I don't get. Why can't China just be like, yeah, we don't care about your copyright laws? We make bootleg shit on a daily basis. Why can't the Chinese courts be like, yeah, go fuck yourself? Like, we're gonna bootleg your shit whether you like it or not. We are under attack. These are not very high-level bots, I will say that. But they seem to be large in number. One. Two. Oh, we found a, here we go. The thing is, like, I don't know enough about copyright laws and whatnot, but, like, that's what I'm always like, why doesn't China just say, like, yeah, we don't care? Like, how do you enforce your copyright internationally if the other country is, like, a hostile country that just doesn't give a shit? I really don't want to fight that, but maybe this is an opportunity to test out our new crazy thing. Because, like, China and Japan do not like each other, if you guys don't know that. Well, he destroyed Comrade. This is not the optimal place to... Because he's not affected by... Whereas I am... There we go, that's a hit. This thing has the kind of aim where as long as you're moving, it has a lot of trouble hitting you. Ooh, got him as he was strafing. Or making his bombing run. That one's a different color. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if that means it's stronger or weaker. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Took too long to shoot. Great job, comrade. You're scoring a lot of hits on him. This one shoots very aggressively. You don't get a lot of time in between his attacks. I'm gonna get underneath him. Like that, I was having better luck hitting him directly underneath him. He's flying too fast right now. Oh, God. I thought he was going to start shooting. Oh, is he going to drop bombs? What's he going to do? These things are such a pain in the ass. I hate these things so much. Oh, good. You got him, comrade. Oh, shoot. He's shooting back. Oh, my God. That was a pot shot. He's got so much armor. That was over? Okay, while he's going for the bombing run, we're going to repair Comrade Turbo Fox. There we go. Oh my God. All beat up and shit. There we go. What do we get from this thing? Oh, lots of ammo. I'll take that. A little bit of this and that. Okay, so... Oh, crap. This stuff is too heavy. Let's drop some of this stuff that's very heavy. Very heavy. Oops. That's about it. So this is a... Is this a... What is this? Oh, this is safe house. Safe house. Oh, perfect. Perfect. We want to drop some stuff off. Did we get a gun? Did I get... Yeah. We can put this away. That thing probably weighs a lot, too. That's good. This is fine. Let's put some of our rockets away, actually. A little too heavy. We're up to 16 adrenaline shots. Like, we're in business. Feeling good about that. We're not using that. Okay, good enough. Why am I so... it must be my ammo. Okay, we need to reconsider our inventory a little bit. What we're going to do is... I'm going to grab all of those, and I'm going to give them half of my ammo. Half of my ammo. And I'm going to have them hold on to, I don't know, maybe like... The maximum number of rockets. There we go. And then I'm going to put a bunch of these rockets back. Yeah, that's way too many rockets. There we go. That's good enough. All right, that helps our weight quite a bit. Okay, where do we need to go next is the question. Do we have more main quests? The Hamlin, the Command Bunker Network. Okay, we need to go to Hermlenen and Marden. Where is that? Okay, this must be... Okay, that's that place. Now, what I've learned is that we want to go into the bunker first. And, we want to get our quest. Because sometimes I go to a teleportation area, and I should have gone there later because there would be a quest there. All right, where is it? It's behind me. This way. That was a safe house. I'm pretty sure we already had that one. Like the aircraft hangar. Pretty sure we've had that one already. All right, we're going into the next region. So we cleaned up that area. We wound up walking away with a brand new, fresh Granada Gabba. Fresh off the press. Nice and shiny. They should be ashamed that they were defeated with like a fresh automated Granada Gabba thing. So in order to get in there, I guess we got to kill some robots and get the codes. But I don't know. We'll see. So here is one of the questions I'm asking Twitch. Oh, we gained a level. Never mind. Forget about you, Twitch. I'm going to spend my points. I don't know what I'm going to spend it on. Oh, armor. Oh, that one gives me gas resist. What does this one do? Spread? Yeah, spread, sure. We'll do spread. What was I talking about? Damn it, chat. You were supposed to remind me about these things. You know that when I get distracted by being leveled up, I lose my train of thought. Just give me a second, it'll come back to me. Hopefully it'll come back with some robots. Is this water or is this ice? Must be water. Oh, yeah, we were gonna... okay, here we go. So, what do you think about modern-day gaming? Are you happy with modern-day gaming? Especially AAA gaming? Or do you feel like gaming is becoming of suspect quality at best, mendacious corporate shenanigans at worst? No, I don't want to escape combat. Come back. Okay, we're heading towards the we're heading towards the combat. I don't know where they are. We got to get codes. Macronox, quick on the trigger, says modern day gaming is trash. What is the last game that was modern in its time that you actually enjoyed? What was the last AAA game that was actually decent? And when did you notice that AAA gaming, that modern gaming has become bad? You know, for me, it was actually a while ago. Now, I didn't fully recognize it, but I had the feeling. And I couldn't identify it until later. But for me, it was Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 is when I'm not saying that I knew gaming had gotten bad because of that, but like Mass Effect 3 destroyed my faith in modern day AAA gaming in particular. And that is a big part of what's caused me to move into indie games. Moist Daddy said the art of... I love it, the art. The Greeks called it techne. The particular method, the technique, if you will, of a particular discipline. The techne of releasing MVP games. Minimally viable product games. It's like we live in a time of like planned obsolescence and MVP gaming. That is something I've always said to. Like, I'm like, we don't have to accept that games are bad and then get fixed later. Macronox says, lots of huge bloated companies making unnecessarily expensive games for too high a price with lots of monetization. Yeah, sometimes you buy a game and you feel like you're buying into like some kind of a weird pyramid scheme. Not literally a pyramid scheme, but you feel like you're buying into some kind of like, you know, like, I don't know, like, what are those sales schemes called? Those like, I can't, you know, I'll know the name when it hits me. Those particular, like, door-to-door sales schemes, that it just feels like that. I'm just like, what is this? Like, is this a game, or am I buying, like, some kind of wacky catalog in order to, like, get upsold on products? So I guess we're just going to continue unlocking these because we haven't found... Oh, let's go over here. Then we'll go over to that subquest. A Ponzi scheme? No, it's like, you know, like Avon, you know, it's a specific, it's the thing where you sell product to people and then you invite them and like, you know, oh yeah, you know, you can sell the product too. Something, okay, Moist Daddy's on it. It's something M something marketing. It's M something. That's what it feels like. That's what modern day gaming feels like. Like, you know, they're like, oh, you want this game? Like, oh, yeah, here, play a few levels of this game. Oh, now do you want to buy all these other things? And I'm like, no, I'm good. Oh, okay, you know, but how about some of these other things? And then when you say no enough times, then it's like, oh, well, you know, the games are got to get super, super grindy. You know, you can play it free to play, or not even free to play. Like, you can pay a small amount to go very slow. Or you can pay the premium amount to go at a normal speed. Not even the fast speed, just the normal speed. Doggo attacks. I don't know what direction they're shooting from, so we just got to keep moving. I did upgrade my clothing for more ballistic resistance, so we should be able to eat more hits. There we go. That's a bunker code. That's a bunker code. Okay, that was good. So I basically we didn't need the Russian bot, so we needed the Phoenix bots. We took out their Wi-Fi network, so that's the end of their gotcha gaming. And we're halfway there, so let's just head on over to here. I love how I tracked it, and they're like, oh, let me just put a waypoint here in that basic direction. Moist Daddy says he's not a fan of DLC. Like so many things in life, things started as a good idea, but then people find a way to kind of game the system, you know, jimmy the system and basically just shit it up to the max, make things like, you know, DLC could have been something, DLC became a bad word for a long time. Now everyone's okay with DLC. It's now microtransactions, and now even microtransactions are becoming okay. They always take something that was a good idea, and then they just shit it up to the max. Lycan Metal says, some companies abusing instant gratification from casual gamers made us grinders struggle versus the paywall. Yes, these days, the main form of progression is the almighty dollar bill. It's not to say that I don't enjoy free-to-play games. Like, there are definitely free-to-play games that I currently still enjoy, but they are far and few in between. Not a lot of great stuff in here, but, you know. All right, so this is the security bunker. We should be able to gain access to this now that we have the codes. For me, though, definitely Mass Effect 3 was the beginning. I did not have this opinion that modern-day gaming was garbage during Mass Effect 3, but Mass Effect 3 was really when I'm like, you know what? I don't want to pay. That's when it wasn't even that. It was the beginning. It was the beginning of this perspective I had where I'm like, you know, I'm tired of being disappointed. I'm tired of being hyped up. I'm tired of like being excited for something only for it to actually be like garbage. And that's when what it did was I stopped buying games on faith alone. Not entirely. I still had faith in certain companies, but before, it would be like if BioWare came out with a game, I was the BioWare guy. Of course we're Costco guys. Of course we're Costco guys. Of course we get the chocolate chunk cookie when we go shopping. You know, I was like the BioWare guy. Like, you know, like, we're BioWare guys. Of course we reserve the new Dragon Age game the first day it's on reservation, special edition, no questions asked. Like, that's the kind of, like, you know, that's the kind of faith I had in a lot of these games. But, Mass Effect was the game that shook that faith, where I no longer did that. And then over time, I guess, being more, you know, if you're not going to buy games on faith, then you would do the opposite. You would buy games off of critical analysis. And as you buy games on critical analysis, you begin to realize, you know, how, like, junk things are. And once I began to realize how junk things were, that's when I was like, you know, nah, this is awful. You know, like, modern day gaming is trash. Okay, I thought that was a robot man. But it wasn't. Those are the self-destructing kind. I gotta be a little more careful. Sometimes I just assume that all of these spider bots are the ones that just jump at you and try to tase you. Some of them are now, like, basically, Taliban jihadist types, so I gotta be a little more careful. Oh, at HP 5? That's the one we're using. Attachments? Yeah, that one's higher quality. Yeah, that's the old one. That one's higher quality. I don't know what the higher quality one, maybe it holds more bullets or something, but it's higher. Maybe you reload, I don't know what happens. But we have it. Moving in, let's see if we could find anything good in this bunker. Like It Metal says, thing is, some casual gamers spend all that money, then drop the game to the next. Yeah, okay, absolutely. So he's talking about, like, a game of the month gamers. Yeah, that is, like, I mean, I don't know where people get the money to be a game of the month gamer, because it's not like $60 a month. Like, a lot of these games have, like, DLC, microtransactions and shit. People, like, wilding out, like, just every month, just, like, shelling out the money for, like, you know, people talk about how great AAA gaming is. Like, they talk about, like, oh, the quality of AAA gaming is great. Is it great for the price, though? Like, that's really expensive. For some of these games, they, like, Hellblade 2 was like a $50 game, I think, and it lasted, like, 4 or 5 hours, and people were, like, arguing for days over whether or not it was justified, like, that the quality was high enough that it was just. Oh, is this broken? Oh, it's broken. Well, we got to find another way in. This one doesn't look broken. We got a note. Hold on. A barcoder reader says, barcode system compromised. We have disabled it. Entry on verbal affirmation at the east entrance. Okay, the east entrance. Well, I guess we're gonna go circle the perimeter and search for an east entrance. This is different. We've never had one like this before. I mean, that's what happened for a lot of these games, though. You had, like, Pal World was, like, one of these Game of the Month games where everybody jumped on it. And then, you know, then you had, like, Helldivers 2 was a big Game of the Month game. You know, now, some of these Game of the Month games, they maintained their power. Like, you know, Pal World maintained its power for quite some time. Helldivers 2 is still pretty popular. Like, I was very disappointed by how the devs handled the game, but it was, nevertheless, I can't deny that it has maintained its popularity. The First Descendant has recently hit the top 20 in Steam, almost a year after launch. So, you know, they're doing a very good job of, like, getting players back invested, back interested into the game. Yeah, Lethal Company, another good... At least with Lethal Company, you're not paying, like, a ass ton of money. That's a self-destructing one. That's a self-destructing one. Yeah, absolutely. So Moist Daddy says, I want more than 4 to 5 hours in a game, regardless of how it looks. I'm like, look, if you want to make the argument that a $60 game can be justified in 4 to 5 hours, that better be like a transcendental experience. Like, that better be like, I better be speechless. Like, how else are you going to justify 4 to 5 hours of gameplay in $60? Like, the amount of quality that would need to be packed in, like I said, it'd have to be mind-blowing. It would have to be, like, the best game I have ever played. Oh. It would have to be the best game I have ever played. And I've played some good games. Because even games that are highly cinematic, they're designed to be like almost like a movie-like experience, like Metal Gear Solid, they still have gameplay. There's still like a... People may want more gameplay, but it still has a serviceable amount of gameplay. I had a feeling. Okay, we need to restore the power. Moist Daddy says he doesn't really like game mods. He's a bit of a purist. You know, I'm gonna say I'm actually pretty similar. I'm not saying that I never use mods, but I will say I tend to be kind of a mod hater. Not always, you know, there are certainly exceptions, but it's not uncommon if I'm kind of like, if I kind of like turn my nose up at mods. Also, we did change our appearance. I went ahead, I'm wearing the new experimental clothing that we looted from the various bosses, and then I decided to splash a little bit of red in on the armor just to, you know, like, break up the gray, give us a little sense of, like, you know, red I kind of associate with, like, resistance. You know, resistance movements also often use the red as a color, so, you know, there we go. Mask on, into the fart room. I don't know if this gas causes these enemies to be less capable of registering me, but they are definitely not doing a great job there. All right, there, you would think this is the electricity room, so where is the button at? All right, we got it. The power is on. It didn't give me a hint there. Good thing I remembered the shape of the rooms. Good, and good thing the rooms all conveniently get out of my way! Have the same shape. Okay, we're out of the fart room. What, are we in the fart room? No, that's the end of the fart room. Okay. Back to my interceptor goggles. When it comes to close combat, this gun is pretty nice. Oh, we are encumbered. Well, you know what? The fact that we're encumbered isn't that big of a deal, considering that we are going to get a safe house. I won't be able to sprint, but I think that's okay. I don't think I need the sprint when we can, like I said, we're going to get a... Oh, I'm really slow now. That's a problem. Too slow. Let's, let me dump some stuff on him. Here, take this heavy object. There you go. Done. Okay, we gotta find the command center. The command center is always the blue area. So that's the command center? I hear a lot of chittering, so there's definitely more robot babies. A gun. and some decent equipment there. The gun is of mid-quality, but the attachments weren't bad. You know, Lethal Company was a game that, like, I own it and I wanted to play it, but I kept getting distracted. I always get overloaded with games, and I never know how to handle it. Like, I'm always overloaded with stuff. There are tons of one-week games, says Macronite. Yeah, I think it's unacceptable. Like, and like I said, another criticism that has been leveraged at me before is that they'll be like, hey, oomph, stop trying to put a dollar to hour value statement on video games. Video games are art. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say that video games are not art, but I am going to say that said art costs money. When video games are all free, and I don't need to consider the amount of money I'm spending on it, I will be happy to judge all of the games purely and solely on their artistic appeal. I am completely fine with doing that. But until that day comes, the games will absolutely be judged in a dollar spent versus hours of entertainment lens. Oh, slow. All right, here we go. Get ready. We should get dialogue here.
Här med linjen. Det är löjtnant Axelsson vid FOA 5. Vi har lite problem. Någonting har låst ner våra underjordiska laboratoriefaciliteter. Vi kommer inte in och inga av våra passerkort eller manuella kontrollkoder funkar. Begär understöd från en ingenjörspluton så att vi kan öppna stötvågsporten. Ja, det påverkar avdelning 53. Vi märkte det först idag då polisen är här och vill undersöka anläggningen efter morden. Men staben håller dem borta för tillfället. Det finns en risk att forskningslaget blir ett måltavlor för fientliga operatörer och vi behöver få svar för egen del. Särskilt avseende de 2 personerna som fortfarande saknas. Och vi behöver komma in i labbet för att få alla svar.
14 här, vi är vid Hagabodamosten. Upplever någon slags störning på radiobandet, växlar till NMT. Vi har lokaliserat vad vi tror är orsaken till störningen. Något är kopplat till kabelskåpet i skjulet, möjligen explosivt. Det här känns lite över vår lönenivå. Se om vi kan få in en minröjare från försvaret eller något. Vi har låst skjulet och säkrar området tills vidare. Kom.
Okay, so we are in the North Coast region. It says the command bunker Hermalinen was monitoring communication from the Hagaboda Police Department on the morning of the attack and picked up a notification of a patrol car going out of the Hagaboda radio mast to investigate disruption in the police radio communication. This is likely one of the radio masts used by the enemy to prevent communication with the outside world. That was like, you know, kind of an ongoing thing. That was the mission Loud and Clear. We also got the mission Science of Deduction. Same area, North Coast region. The second objective is, according to a log transmission at the Hermalinen Command Center, there is a facility nearby used by the Department 5 of the Defense Research Institute, FOA, that experienced an emergency lockdown in the morning hours before the attack. The affected sub-department, called FOA 53, has seemingly recently had its entire research team murdered or gone missing on the same night, just a few days before the cataclysm. Everything points to the facility in question being somehow linked to the machine invasion. Go there and find out more. So those are the two. Whenever we go to these command centers, we get the primary story quests. Ringading asks, am I still making YouTube videos? Yes, I make them I make typically about 2 to 8 per month, I would say, between my YouTube streams, and then I typically make 2 video guides per month. And here we go. This is our storeroom. I see. So when we run out of stamina, that's when our speed tanks. Okay, that makes sense. We don't need these guns. The video guides I make now are pretty high quality, so like they do take a lot more effort to make than the video guides I've made in previously. So I'm not able to make them nearly as fast as I have been able to in the past. That said, I've still gotten faster at making them. I could probably make them at a pace of like every 10 days. That would be a pretty grueling pace, though. I'd have to really, really buckle down to do that. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I do buckle down quite a bit. Let's go ahead. I know I put some stuff in Comrade Turbo Fox, so let's go ahead and empty his inventory out real quick. These can all go back. Yeah, the way I do the content now is on Twitch, I do kind of the miscellaneous gaming, the stuff that doesn't really fit into the YouTube channel. And then the stuff that is on theme for the YouTube channel is streamed on YouTube, and then I still do my video guides, as I said. Let's put some of this ammo back. I'm gonna put half of my ammo here. Oh, wow. How much can he carry? Oh, he can carry a lot of it, actually. Okay, I'll take half of this back. Actually, I'm going to leave 1,000 rounds. So let me put about 600 rounds away. About half of these. There we go. That sheds a decent bit of weight, but at the same time, it doesn't, you know, we won't be in jeopardy of, like, running out of ammo. I used to play a variety of games. Not necessarily. When I first started the channel, I only played Stardew Valley. Then I only played State of Decay. And then I did introduce some other games, but I have moved those other games onto Twitch. Like, random games, I only play on Twitch because it's bad for the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm does not want you to skate around a variety of games unless the audience accepts you as a variety gamer, which the YouTube audience does not accept me as a variety gamer, so I don't do that. The random games that I play of greater variety are here on Twitch. Now, I still upload these to YouTube, though. Like, I have a YouTube archive channel, basically, and I do upload these videos there, because these videos eventually get automatically deleted on Twitch, because Twitch does not save your videos. Okay, so let's go to this one here. The science. I want to go to the science of deduction because that one piqued my interest the most. Like, it sounds very mysterious. So first we got to find a way out of here. To find a way out, we need to follow the green signs. Doesn't matter which one, they're both going to lead out. They keep trying to get me with the, like, explosives jump scare, but I'm not going to fall for it. Let's go ahead and spend the level, because, like, the level ups are kind of confusing me. Let's get explosive damage, I guess. Oh, I don't have a skill up. I misread. Good. Is there any need to revisit Vampire Survivors? I mean, I can revisit games at any moment. You know, you never have any idea when I'm gonna do stuff. That said, I do have a backlog of games that people have purchased for me, and I definitely feel an obligation to play any game that people buy for me. I do feel an obligation to play, and I do have several games that people have bought for me. If they're very long games, then I will typically do a short intermission game, like a game that I predict will take maybe 10 episodes to do. But then I will, like, you know, like I said, I try to stay on top of those. So, the next major game will be Days Gone, which is a game that You know what? We're just going to run past this thing. But I may play something quickly in between Days Gone. You know, maybe even Dead Space. The Dead Space remake. But yes, because like I know Dead Space is not a very long game. And I don't think Days Gone is the same kind of game as these kinds of games like this are very lengthy. Like they take a while to complete the campaign of. So like I don't think Days Gone will be it will be an extremely lengthy game. It's a bit more of a scripted experience from what I understand. But nevertheless, like I believe it is a fairly large game either way. Fortunately, we didn't get the attention of that. I mean, I've been thinking about doing smaller daily gameplays, like 30-minute gameplays that are a bit more cut down and they're not streamed based. Like, you know, I would just play them off screen. I've been thinking about doing stuff like that, but there just comes a point where, like, there's only so many hours in the day and I begin to, like, overload myself with tasks. Like, most of my day is spoken for. Like, I am one busy guy, to put it lightly. And every time I try to load up with more to try to do more, it always winds up being too much. Like, I'm kind of at the point where... Could I make the argument, yeah, you just need to work harder? Yes, I can work harder. There's no doubt about that. But eventually it catches up to me, and it just, like, burns me out. Alright, so this is the laboratory where everybody was murdered. It's like Murder Lab, I guess. Sounds like my kind of place. But if people have games they want me to play, you could submit them in the Discord. I do have a games section, a game or a channel recommendations or channel suggestions, where I do look at what people ask me to play, and sometimes I hold votes too. If I don't know what to play, I'll hold a vote. Oh, here's a gun box. A decent quality weapons. Unfortunately, we have decent quality weapons, so I kind of need something exceptional quality, not just decent quality. Okay, we got a big bastard that we got to deal with. What is it, though? It looks like one of the... Oh, God, he has a mortar. And a rocket pod. He's got a mortar and a rocket pod. Wonderful. And he fires poison gas. This guy is loaded. Poison gas? I need to disable its weapon systems. So unfortunately, that war cry means we're gonna have company. Speak of the devil. Behind me. Be gone. This weapon's very agile. I do like this HP 5. Like, it's kind of replacing my shotgun for close combat. Okay, where is the... Okay, there he is. We're gonna use our heavy-duty .50 caliber rifle to disable its weapon system so we can get a little closer. It would be nice if it just stopped shaking so much. Maybe I'll switch to the armor-piercing rounds. Stop shaking so much! Now we gotta deal with these idiots. This gun is finally decent enough that I can actually, like I don't have to throw a humongous amount of bullets at them. That's one thing I'm really happy about. Okay, one of its weapons are disabled. Got him. I don't know where these, like, dogs are coming from. I don't know if it's spawning them or if they're just wandering in. I believe this is the missile pod. I think we got the mortar earlier. Yeah, okay, there we go. We got the mortar and the missile pod. Now what we're gonna do is, let's get Comrade Turbo Fox up. With its weapons disabled, unless it gets really close, it's not a threat anymore. Which means I can grab some loot real fast. You're not lootable, I guess. Right, where did he go? Okay, he's right there. Grab me some loot. Grab me some loot. Grab me some loot. Grab me some loot. I need to reduce the zoom. The zoom is way too high. Now we just gotta spray him up until he's dead. Maybe if I shoot his balls. I don't know what happens when you shoot his balls off, but we did do it. What if I shoot his knee plate off? Down he goes. Works for me. No more robot I hope no more robot babies. I'm sick of the robot babies. I've had my fill of them. Grab all the supplies we can find here. It looks like we are, I think we're collecting quest items as well. I'm going a little too fast, so I'm not able to see, but I'm pretty sure those are quest items. So this is the research facility. Let's continue searching the research facility, and also let's go ahead and use, in case we notice any bots in the distance. Infrared is so far the only attachment that I really like as far as the vision goes. Come on, let me up. There we go. Bep Cola? Why is Bep Cola transporting ammo? What's this? Thought there might have been something good in there, but there wasn't. We're good? I was a little worried. All right, let's see what the murder laboratory's got going on. I think we need to find access to it. Yeah, that humming sound is most likely a flying death spider. The thing is, what I've noticed is that just because you hear it doesn't necessarily mean it's really close by. You can actually hear them at a pretty far distance, I've noticed, so... I don't know if I should be concerned about it or not, because it could actually be pretty far away. Those weigh too much. Weighs too much. So, according to our objectives log, we are looking for an underground access. I imagine it's in this large building here. In order to access the murder laboratory. We're actually finally making headway on our supplies. Like, for a while, I was a little on the ropes with my medical supplies, but even our medical supplies are getting under control. A lot of it is our firepower. We're able to kill these guys a lot more efficiently, which means we don't use as many med kits, because, like, the battles they don't go on as long anymore. I thought for sure this would be the way into the base. Okay, let's keep looking. This giant building has got to be the murder lab. Oh, let's go for that beacon. I bet that beacon will lead us inside. Okay, we just went in a circle. Or did we? Yeah, I don't remember this. Okay, this is another access. They're one of these little, like, kind of storage rooms. Nothing to write home about, though. Looks like they want me to go over here. Oh, so we don't even, this isn't even the right place. They tricked me. Or did they? Is it really this massive of an area? Maybe they didn't trick me. Maybe I just didn't realize how big this place is. It goes like deep under... Oh, what did we... A submachine gun barrel expansion. That's a big upgrade. Oh, no, we already have a high-quality compensator. Never mind. That's fine. Well, maybe the extension is better. Maybe the extension does more damage. The compensator, I think, helps you control the recoil, but what I really want to do is more damage. That's what I think is the right answer, at least. Heath Haim, welcome to the show. Okay, we're about to go into the murder laboratory. I think that's going to be the name of the episode, the murder laboratory. As I go, I'm always trying to think of a name for the episode. Here we go. Give me access. Find any clues. Okay, we gotta find a way in. We got rejected. What does this say? Read the logs. The FOA 53 door logs. This is a log of the entry and exit logs of the underground FOA 53 door keycard reader. A Svante von Ulmer had a last entry on the morning of October 20th. However, there is no recorded exit in the log. The last days of the log have the following entries. 89-10-20, entry, Svante von Ulmer. 1989-1107, exit, Johan Land, Veronica Nilsson, Hakan Peterson, and Ingrid Granqvist. 1989-1110, denied entry, Borje Axelson, Anders Johnson, and Frederick Holberg. And then on 89-1114, denied entry, Veronica Nilsson. Interesting, because she was allowed entry earlier. I don't think we learned very much from that, though, other than that something changed, I guess. Let's pick the lock and see what's inside. Nothing too special. But supplies are supplies, I suppose. What do we have here? We've got a shipment memo. The FOA 53 shipment memo. This seems to be a memo by the administrator of incoming goods to her superior. Borje, I just expedited the 5th incoming shipment of nutrient IV bags for FOA 53 in 2 weeks' time. This is a major deviation from their ordinary scheduled incoming orders, and I feel obliged to highlight this fact to you. I don't know what kind of animal experiments they've got running down there, but if this continues, it's going to impact my shipment routines, and I need to know at least what to expect moving forward. Sincerely, Ellen Nordman. Interesting. So now we know that they're doing something with animals. Maybe my joke about it being the murder laboratory was not inaccurate. Here we go.
Axelsson, det här är Ulla. Vi var tvungna att flytta från Ulmers vita björk från, parkeringen som behöver sopas. Och när vi flyttade den så såg jag att det var ett par nycklar, husnycklar tror jag, som låg kvar i förarsätet. Jag tänkte att det kanske var bäst att säga det till dig. Hans extra passerkort verkar inte vara kvar i bilen i alla fall, så att det har han förhoppningsvis inlåst hemma. Tänkte han någonsin på att flytta på bilen eller? Den har stått där i nästan 2 veckor nu.
I think it said something about a key card. So I'll read it. You know, I'll read it in English now. It says, Axelson, this is Ulla. I had to move von Ulmer's white Bjork because the parking needed a sweeping. When we moved it, I noticed that there was a pair of keys, probably his house keys, still left in the driver's seat. I figured you might want to know about it. At least his spare key card was not in the car, so hopefully he has it locked away at his home. Was he ever going to move the car? It's been standing here for almost 2 weeks now. Okay, well, I'm guessing we need to find his car keys. They're making me work to gain access to the murder laboratory, that's for sure. I'll do it, though. And we will put the work in. For all of this effort, there's got to be something good in there. There's no way there's nothing good in there. All right, we got it. The keys. The key has the label Professor Svante von Ulmer, Kungsgarden on it. All right, where do we go now? Go to von Ulmer's address and house key. The letter was sent to Dr. Svante von Ulmer and mentions his address, Kungsgarden. The sender, 1FH, did not specify any sender address. Ostervik, the 27th of April, 1971. Dr. von Ulmer, you finally accepted the offer I made to you to work on the project. We are grateful, and we do appreciate you needed time to weigh in things before committing to lead such an enterprise. However, while you will be able to hire your team as you see fit, as per demands, you will not be surprised to read that due to the nature of your research, you will have to work under direct supervision of the FOA. I will be your point of contact and relay requests from my superiors. As you imagine, we count on your success. It is good news that a prize Nobel winner such as you will work for the greater good and to ensure our future safety against any foreign powers. Have no doubt this is what it is all about. FH. P.S. I don't need to remind you that the nature and contents of all our communications shall be top secret, including to your team members. Non-negotiable. Very interesting. Where do we need to go? So I guess we don't get access to... Okay, so that one is actually in a different region. I guess this won't be the murder... Yeah, it's over there. Empty spaces. Okay, I guess we're not gonna go to the murder laboratory. That laboratory must be special for us to have to put this much effort into getting to it. Cars have historically been pretty good for finding adrenaline shots. So I'm definitely gonna search all these cars. And by good, I mean, you know, decent. Adrenaline shots are pretty hard to find. So far, none of these cars have anything interesting going on, though. Interesting. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. Oh, I'm encumbered again. Well, we need to drop some stuff off. And, okay, we really need to find a place to resupply. We've got... Oh, let's just drop those. I don't want these gas tanks. Gas tanks weigh way too much. There we go. Okay, off we go. We need to locate a... let's go to this. This is a safe house. We can drop off our excess stuff there, and then we can continue to the side objective. So here's a question, chat. What did you buy for Cyber Monday after Thanksgiving? Did you buy any games? I bought a few, some really cheap ones at that. But did you guys buy anything? I bought Rebel Galaxy for $2. Enter the Gungeon for $4. How do I get out of here? What else did I buy? I actually wanted to buy more, but then I didn't realize I underestimated the sale, and then the sale ended. I thought that when they said the sale ended on a particular day, I didn't realize they meant 7 p.m. that same day. Wow, I can't get out of it. This fence is like... doesn't have a single damaged segment anywhere around it. Normally the fence is broken somewhere and you can get in. Yeah, I'm literally doing a lap around the area for nothing, because there's not a single damage. Oh, well. Well, we'll get to the front entrance and then we'll just leave. All right, we're out. I tend to do all my shopping for gaming at the end of the year. I mean, I'm not saying I don't buy games in between then and there, but I definitely prefer to spend my money, you know, on Cyber Monday. I'm a little mad that I didn't buy enough, but... Moise says he didn't buy anything at all for Cyber Monday. Like, I unloaded... I mean, I bought a decent bit of stuff. I wish I bought more, but, like... I didn't pay enough attention to the sales. There's actually some extended sales going on, so I may buy even more. But, like, that's typically when I spend my money. I mean, I will buy games when they're brand new, but, like, I gotta be pretty confident in them. I gotta, like, trust them. That's actually one of the reasons I really like the Ultimate Game Pass. The Game Pass lets me play a lot of games that are new without paying full price. Because, you know, like, there are very short games that are, like, 10 hours long that are still fun to play, but I'd never want to buy them. Okay, so this is over on a body of water. I'm guessing there must be a shallow area I can walk through. Or maybe the water isn't that deep. One of the games I'm playing, The First Ascendant, is running a big sale on some of their stuff. So I'm thinking about, you know, maybe spending about $40 on it. You know, we'll see, though. Oh, this water's super deep. There's no way I can go through this water. Moise says he hasn't done a whole lot of gaming this year, so I take it you've been more of the watching the games rather than playing the games. You know, that's not that uncommon. I actually know there's a lot of viewers of mine who they just haven't had the time to play games. So, but what they can do is listen and watch while they're doing something. Heath says that he also didn't buy anything this year. Although Heath is getting, I mean, like, I've seen you playing some of that Diablo. You've been getting a lot of bang for your buck out of Diablo. So if you're really into Diablo, are there any other similar kinds of games, like, you know, like action on, like, you know, like online RPGs that you've been interested in? Ring-a-ding says that he bought a bunch of games that were older for less than $10. Look, that goes back into what we were talking about earlier, that modern gaming isn't as good as older games. Like, honestly, like, modern gaming is really suspect. Moist Eddie says that he likes to see games in action before he purchases them. I'm similar, actually. He says he wants to play Path of Exile 2. Apparently, Path of Exile 2 is making Blizzard a little bit worried due to the energy it's generating. All right, we got this as a new point to teleport onto. Let's head on over to Death from Above. Story writing sucks these days. You know what's really funny? The game with the best story I've played in a really long time is actually a mobile gacha game. Has the best written story I've seen in quite some time. Ring-a-ding says that every day, everyone thinks that they can get away with visuals. That's the meta right now. Everyone is always trying to impress people with their visuals. And I'm like, you know, we're kind of at the point where almost every game looks the same, especially if it's made with Unreal Engine. Anything made with Unreal Engine, I'm kind of like, you know, I just feel like I don't care how good the visuals are. Like, there's just a certain sameness to Unreal Engine that I'm just like, I feel like I've been here, done that. Been there, seen it, done it. Well, if this is called Death from Above, I'm assuming I'm going to need to shoot down this, like, giant death spider. Like, what's really impressed me in recent times is I've gotten into free-to-play games a lot more, and I've also gotten into mobile games a lot more. Like, I originally did not have a great opinion of mobile games. Oh, inside. Oh, we're inside one of these. I don't know. That was unexpected. I hope there's no turrets.
Oj, vad konstigt. Sovjetisk utrustning i ett Phoenix-läger. Men just det. Jag har ju hört talas om en sovjetisk kapten som samarbetar med Phoenix-maskiner. Kan det vara hennes tillhåll? Var på din vakt.
I wasn't able to see anything they said there. It needs a key. Find the door, the passcode. Okay, let's keep looking. What is this? These are schematics for the Firebird Scout. What is this? Tatiana's note. Tatiana's note. Phoenix keeps updating the code to the computer room, and I do not want to admit that I am incapable of memorizing it. This place feels like a prison. I know that I need Phoenix's help if I'm ever to gain control back over the mechanical units, but these black walls make me wonder, what if I have become its prisoner? The nights are the worst. I stare at the sweeping red lights, always ready to defend me so that I can continue my work. Sometimes I envisioned a Swedish survivor entering those lights. I do not think I could stop Phoenix from firing. In the dead of night, I pretend that it is me standing in the red lights as the guns fire. The Firebirds should take all my focus, but I feel distracted. It is a monster. I remember when they started working on it, the development team filed complaints about the bombs. It seemed like the complaints were not listened to. It's a machine of destruction and death, nothing else. My country built a machine of annihilation, and yet I think as much about these black walls as I do about how to incapacitate the Firebirds. I need to get my priorities straight. I cannot lose focus. I think I need air. The passcodes are... Most of these are not working. Maybe that one works, though. Yeah, I was someone who really hated mobile games, but I just tried the correct mobile games, and let me tell you, some of these, not even some, like, yeah, some of these mobile games are better. I would much rather play some of these mobile games than a lot of full-price, in fact, I would rather play some of these mobile games than, like, most games that are just out, period. Like, they have really, really surprised me. And, like, kind of their reputation for mobile games being for, like, casuals and whatnot was really a mistake of mine. Like, there are definitely some really, really good mobile games out there. A Soviet computer...
De ska skicka hit fler eldfåglar. Vi kan absolut inte låta dem sätta upp en bas i Hagaboda. Maskinerna kan krossa oss fullständigt då. Jag är för långt bort för att hinna dit. Så nu förlitar jag mig helt på dig. Och du är grym på slagfältet, har jag hört. Du fixar det här.
Okay, what just happened? Okay, this one is not complete. I'll read you what we just heard. That was a strange tracking device. Okay, that was... Okay, this was this right here. As requested, the first group of Firebird reinforcements have departed from the Kabarga camp. Landfall at the town of Hagaboda is estimated within 6 hours. Beacons will be deployed to ensure safer navigation for the bulk of the Firebirds, which are ready to leave as soon as the beacon placement is confirmed. With these additional resources, we expect the town to be retaken and established as a secure base within the week. Operation Red Eye cannot be another failure. The Golden Faction Command. Interesting. What game am I talking about? I'm talking about Goddess of Victory, Nike. Like, that's actually one of my favorite games in recent times. Yeah, I liked it. I'll put it like, that's a free-to-play game. How much did I like it? I liked it that during their big winter event, I spent $140 on it. How do we get out of here? Back down through here, I'm guessing. I will say, I did not immediately like it, though. I was suspicious of the game initially. You know, that's just my nature. I am a skeptical person by nature. But, I was suspicious for probably the first 4 chapters of the story. But around chapter 4 or 5, I found myself being less suspicious and more like contemplating the meaning of the story. And then probably by the time I got to, you know, chapter 7 or so, I was not really suspicious of the game, but I wasn't like a fan of the game. I'm playing the game. I'm into it. And then I would say around chapter 14 or 15, that's when the game finally won me over. And I was like, am I becoming a fan of this? That's a very dangerous word for me. I have not been a fan of a game in a while. When I say a fan of a game, I mean someone who is looking forward to the updates, someone who actively is keeping track of the game, you know, someone who is like waiting for the next video to come out about the new content in the game, someone who's like aggressively keeping up with the game, someone who's like could potentially buy merchandise. Someone who is willing to give stuff a shot in the game based on faith alone. Like, that's what I would define, like someone who's like a fan of something, or at least by my standards. And it is the first game that I have, I'm like, you know, am I a fan of this game? And like I said, I'll even say some things that might be a bit controversial. I actually traded Warhammer 40K for Goddess of Victory Nikke. That doesn't mean I don't like Warhammer, but basically Nikke has replaced Warhammer 40K for me. That, like, I know that, like, Warhammer fans are going to be, like, wringing their hands and like, you know, they're just, like, going bananas over hearing something like that. But it's just true. Like, I think Goddess of Victory Nikke is better than Warhammer 40K. Oh, they got, like, a crafting bench here and everything. A baseball bat. Not high enough quality, though. We got a note. The ruins of many a poor man. The note says, "Hey, Anna, I just saw soldiers carrying equipment to the ruins up north. Call me paranoid, but I see that as a bad sign. Please be careful." Yeah, the game is an emotional roller coaster. There's no doubt about it. Like, it's a little bit like Undertale or Deltarune, where it's usually, it can be a very easygoing game, but then, like, when it's ready to lock in and get serious, it locks in and gets serious. Got a cassette here. Ingrid Grankievist's mixtape. Oh, here we go. This is what we were looking for. We wanted a way to store some of our stuff. Oh, that's a new, we got an upgrade. That's a new automatic, oh, it's too heavy. Okay, we got to upgrade our inventory. There we go. I put an upgrade into our inventory because this thing eventually reaches capacity. All right, we got an upgrade here. I didn't even realize it. We have a higher quality Granada Gabba. Look, I'm not going to try to, like, you know, it's the Granada Gabba. That's the name of the weapon. I declare it so. Let's go ahead and attach these then. Oh, and I got an even better rifle extension, too. Even better. Baseball bat. Oh, look at all these rockets. That's why we're weighed down so much. Where are all these rockets coming from? I guess they assumed I'd be fighting a ton of those, like, flying guys. We've done a pretty good job of evading them, though. 19 adrenaline shots. Like, we are like actually doing really good on resources. I will say Nikke is a very complicated game. So if you wind up getting the game and you want advice, I would highly recommend joining the Discord and going to the Nikke section, because I'll put it this way, I spent, I don't know, 5 hours after their winter event revising my teams, like crunching the numbers and revising my teams. Like, it seems very simple at first, but it becomes very complicated. Is this for this? Yeah, there we go. A higher quality magazine. Nice. If you need an invite, let me go ahead and give you a link. I got the command for it. Discord. Bam. Like, in the beginning, you don't need to know any strategy. You don't need to understand how to play the game in the beginning, because it's like, the beginning is simple enough. But once you get, like, further into the game, then you're going to need to, you're going to quickly run into the limits of what a unoptimized team can do. Okay, so we organized our loot there. Oh, you're SVS? Oh, yeah, I did not know that you were also Ring-a-Ding. Yeah, I remember you. This is fine, question mark? It's not fine. I'm going to take half of this ammo, and I'm going to dump some of this off. Yeah, if people use different names and whatnot, it becomes very difficult to keep track of who is who. Like the reason I remember your name specifically is because whenever I think of SVS, I always thought of the rifle, the SVD. So basically, if your name has something mimetic about it that helps me remember, I'm even more likely to remember. Why am I using... Wait, I want to change weapons. Oh, I got to assign a new weapon. Here we go. I got to assign it because we upgraded. It's technically a different weapon. We got to load it. This has been really good. Like, we are doing great on, like, getting upgrades. Like, I've been complaining for the longest time of not getting any upgrades. Phoenix classes. Gotta reload. He's out of here, though. Loving this new HP 5 is really nice. Let's try, we need to try the new assault rifle out, though. So this is an old fort that they've occupied. I don't know what we're looking for here, admittedly. If anything... I need to find a safe spot, and I need to look at my quest log. What are we supposed to do here? Oh, okay, so we just needed to get here and, like, locate it, I guess. Okay, well, let's go to the safe house, then. Sometimes it updates things very, very suddenly, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I wonder if that destroyed bot can be looted. I'll take some free loot for something I don't need to kill. So one thing here's something I really like about mobile games, real quick. So I've been on a weight loss campaign. I started at about 220 pounds. Now I'm down to 165. So as you can see, I've been pretty successful in my weight loss campaign. And one of the big secret weapons in my weight loss campaign was adding in about 8,000 steps of walking per day. Why that? The answer is because it burns calories without stoking your appetite. So you wind up burning a decent bit of calories, and then you don't get, like, super hungry as a result of it. So I started doing these 8,000 step walks. The problem with 8,000 step walks is I find them to get a little dull. I can only walk around the neighborhood so many times before it's just a little bit dull. It takes me about an hour and 15 to an hour and a half to walk 8,000 steps. And what I found is the perfect thing is playing some mobile games. But generally speaking, I think people would say mobile games are trash. So I have found some of the mobile games that I actually enjoy. So what do you call it? And so that's what I do now. Like, so I basically go on this really long walk, and I play all of my mobile games, and so I get all of my daily mobile content done. And sometimes Nikkei can take a long time. It can take like an hour. It can take 45 to 60 minutes for me to do my daily content on Nikkei if I read all the dialogue. If I skip everything, then it won't take nearly as long. Also, Frank the Tank, welcome. Well, I like to go for a really long walk for the purpose of I only eat at once at midnight. That's another strategy I use. I eat once a day at midnight, and I use the walk to burn. Basically, as long as this is the way it works. As long as I'm doing something, I am not like right now. I'm not hungry. I have not eaten since about like 9:30 in the morning. It is now 6 p.m. I have not eaten anything since I woke up at 9:30 in the morning. I'm not hungry though. And I'm not hungry because I'm currently doing something. As long as I am constantly doing something, I will not feel any hunger, or I will feel minimal amounts of hunger, and I don't have to battle my hunger. But the moment I stop doing things, that's when the hunger really starts eating away at me. So I use the walk as a way to distract myself from the hunger, and then I eat once a day at midnight, and once I've eaten at midnight, I feel satisfied for the rest of the night, and I no longer have to cope with the hunger for the rest of the night, which I enjoy. Okay, we are running up on time, so I think that is pretty damn good for today. We got a lot of upgrades. We got ammo. We've got tons of medical supplies, almost 20 adrenaline shots. So I think we did really, really good. For those wondering, this background, my background, this is a live wallpaper. Here's a quick tip. If you don't know how to use a live wallpaper, you need to get an app like Lively Wallpaper. It's a free app, and this will allow you to put a animated wallpaper on the background. Like, for example, let me set you as a background. Oh, wrong one. Okay, set that to my monitor. So here we go. So here I could switch between different backgrounds, and yeah, it just works. Right now, the background I'm using, though, is the second anniversary event from Nikkei, talking about games that have a fantastic story. Unfortunately, this event has already passed, but this event in particular was really, really good. Like, I was like glued to the story every minute. Like, games that you think have a great story probably don't have as good of a story as Nikkei. I like Mass Effect. I know people love that game, but Mass Effect is basically like kindergarten compared to like the writing style. Like Nikkei feels like you're reading academic literature, and Mass Effect or even Dragon Age, even though it's kind of a back in the day-ish kind of game, feels like you're reading at like a 5th grade level by comparison. It's really like, and I don't mean to sound disparaging about it. Like, okay, it's to this level. Let me tell you, it's to this level. I actually have to have a log of words that I don't recognize in Nikkei because I've never heard them before, like apropos, and then I define them over time. Bagatelle, bereft, the derriere, the garrulous, ignominious. Some of these I have an idea of what they mean, but I don't have a full control over them. Impugned, loquacious, maudlin, mellifluous. This one I've never heard of in my life. Some of these words, like ignominious, is like, it means like it's like a shameful thing. Impugned means like, I believe it means like insulted in some way. Garrulous means like overly chatty. Mellifluous, I've never seen that word in my entire life. Mendacious, I had never seen that word in my life until then. And there's even more that I need to add. Let me look at I take screenshots of them. There's even words, like de rigueur is a French saying, which I did look it up. I just haven't added the entry to it. But like the writing level is on such a higher level that like in fact, let me add some words to it. And I've labeled it the Nikkei Brain Rot Dictionary because by mastering these words, here's perambulate. This one I actually did know, but I added it anyways. It means to walk, like something that's perambulating is walking. Here's a word I've never heard before, pulchritude. I was like, I've never heard that one until then. Vivacious, that's a word I had heard before because I played some fantasy games. You'd have like a spell like vivify golem. But I added it anyway because it was like a unusual word. Let me look at my I know I've got some words in here that I need to add in. Let's see here. Where is it? I need to clean up my... here's a one. There's a one I need to add in. J. I've heard this word, and I have a basic idea of what it means, but I don't have a strong enough commando. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So it's after I. J. So we have je ne sais quoi. Like, I don't even know how to spell that. Like, I know the word means like has like a certain like energy to it, but I've never used the word myself. And the person who said that, it's actually the commander said that. Like, I mean, you're actually playing an educated character. That's what I think is funny. Like, the character you play uses those words, so I need to define that. I put, like, these stars here to help me remember that I need to define those words. I know there's some other ones. Here's another word. Like, I've never heard this one before. LMNOPPERA. Okay, it's perspicacity? Who the fuck is this? Perspicacity? It's Dorothy. Of course, Dorothy would use a word like that. Dorothy said that. What other words do I got in here? Why did I save this as a screenshot? That one, I already logged. This one I've also heard because this one has been used before, but I'm going to add it in anyways. I don't know. I don't have a good control over variegated. I believe variegated means like variety. Who said it? Rapunzel said it. Wow. Well, she's well-read. Rapunzel reads a lot of books, so I'm not surprised. She's, like, breaking out the vocabulary words. Oh, here's another weird one. Who said this? Oh, no, I have to read this one in context because I don't know who said this one. I can tell who it is based on their personality. So this one is peregrination? Peregrination. Okay, let me read it. I'll read the dialogue and I'll figure out who said it. And what of the others? Do they reside in areas scant of signal? Forsooth, leaving a message is my only recourse. 3.3 kilometers to the right of Unlimited's base. A Nikkei squad having fallen behind hath been found. I have lost their trail due to the avalanche. To mine eyes I doth seem they traverse some distance, ensuing our separation. Should any of thy peregrinations chance upon them? That's got to be Scarlet. No one speaks like that except Scarlet. Lodestar, also by Scarlet. I've heard this one before, but I don't have a strong command of that word. Lodestar. Scarlet also said that. I'm just like learning more stupid words from this stupid game. I'm learning more about English vocabulary in this game than I've learned in like English class. Oh, this one's from Shkikan again. Remunerations. I feel like that's like similar to reparations or something, or like repaying somebody something. LMNOPQR. Okay, it's our first R word. So, wait, here we go. We've got remuneration, and Shkikan said that. That's your character. He's the commander. Which in Japanese, Shkikan just means commander in Japanese. What else do I need to add? Schlep. I've heard this word, but I don't know enough about it. QRS. Schlep. I think schlep means like being sloppy or like, trudging around or something. Ian said this one. Interesting. Okay, I think I logged all of the words in. Is there anything else? Okay, there we go. I logged all the words in. There we go. Rewards payment? Yeah, it sounds like remuneration sounds like that. Look, I've got my work cut out for me. I thought this was going to be really easy. Okay, let me show you though. I've used the vocab. Watch this. So we have
Welcome,
apropos here.
Mech Warrior.
Let me go to the community tab. Look at this. I'm employing what I've learned. I just caught, so this is me posting. I just caught the massive 4-hour malfunction stream on December 5th. Apparently when MechWarrior 5 Clan's connection went haywire, it also obliterated my recording software OBS and its connection to YouTube. One would think severing the link between OBS and YouTube would remediate any streaming issues by halting them entirely, but such was not the case. Apropos of this, the stream has been deleted as it was a little more than a silent 4 hours of either nothing at all or random gaming and some computer work. I do appreciate the loyalty, everyone who showed up for the extremely bizarre, silent, unplanned stream. So look at that. Oh, yeah, I gotta add that one. We gotta add that one. Meme connoisseur. Yeah, I didn't add that one. I don't know. That was LMNOP PR. Does R come? LMNOPQRST. Yeah, R comes before you. So we got prevaricating. Ingrid said that. That's the word Ingrid would say. There we go. I got a lot of words to define. Like we've got you know what the best thing to do is? Let me tell you the best way to find out. Like I found the key to defining words. You just got to go to ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT. Says, what does prevaricating mean? And use it in a sentence. And what are its alternate word forms? There we go. Bam. And then ChatGPT will tell you its word form. So we have a verb for it can be prevaricate as a verb. Prevarication's a noun. Prevaricator is a noun. And then it will also use them in a sentence for you. Like, like I'm finding like how we can use ChatGPT to our advantage. You want to know what else? There's a lot of useful things you can do. Like I found out how to calculate the odds of getting my loot in a game using ChatGPT. It's quite useful. Yeah, you got it. It's basically like, or no, being evasive. It means like being evasive about questions. Someone who's like, being shifty, being dodgy when like confronted by things, giving like, weird answers that don't really answer the question, not wanting to answer the question. That's what it means. And yeah. And so basically my plan is to combine Generation Z brain rot with Generation A alpha brain rot with Nikkei brain rot. And if I can synthesize all of it together, like the synthesis ending in Mass Effect 3, then no one will be able to understand me. And I'll truly be brain rotted to a new level that no one will be able to understand. That's my objective. I think it's a noble objective, personally. But let's go ahead and wrap things up, and I'm going to get out of here. So, let's look at the schedule. Today is the 12th, which is a Thursday. Today we streamed Generation Zero at the typical time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Yesterday we did MechWarrior 5 on YouTube. Then we did Generation Zero once again on Twitch. And then we started the week with MechWarrior 5 Clans on YouTube. I'm not going to be streaming on the weekends anymore. And Sunday is typically when I write the new schedule. So expect streams on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but not on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Typically, you will get 1 or 2 MechWarrior 5 mercenaries depending on my co-host's availability, and then whatever is left over will either be Generation Zero, but I will probably sneak a Nikkei stream in because of the solo raid event, as well as the ending of... actually, I don't know if the ending... Maybe next week I'll do it. Or maybe I'll have 2 streams. I'll have one this week and one next week for the story event that is going on, the Christmas story event that is currently going on. Here are some links. First, the Discord, then the VODs channel. The Discord goes to the Discord community, which is where you saw that. The VODs channel is where all of the videos are. If you wanted to see the previous episodes, you're currently watching episode 18. Here's 17, 16, 15, 14, blah, 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 blah. If you want to see Nikkei, here's the episode 1. You can watch me throw all of my money and lose all of my money. Where's my money getting lost? Let's fast forward to me losing my money.
I should have gone.
Oh, here we go. Here I go losing all of my money.
I am doing it dramatically when we have an SSR.
Here, let me lower the volume. Oh, well, who did I get? I got somebody
Coco?
good here.
Hello. My name is
Made
Aid.
for you. We got 8. Look, I don't remember who I got. There's a lot of Nikkeis in the game, but I did look. 8 is new. So like I did need, well, I didn't need her, but I wanted her for her storylines. And not because she has massive jigglers. That doesn't have anything to do with it. Like, you perverts need to, like, get the corrupted thoughts out of your head. Anyways, that is that. See you guys later. As usual, thanks for being such a real audience. This is Fox dipping out, though. So remember that you don't have to be good to get good.